Hey Sarah, what's up? Guess I should fix my collar before everyone logs in. Sarah, it's been a long day and it is only 2 o'clock. It's been a long day. It's been like a long 2 months. Mary, Nick, and Jackie are there. Sounds like a party, Mary. Sounds like a party. Brenda, Terry, and Floyd. What's up, guys? What are we all doubles today? Listen, everybody has a buddy with them except for me today. I'm in my office alone. Hi, Liz. Hi, Brenda. Hi. I keep saying your name, Patia. Patia, not Pathia, Patia. Social distancing, excellent. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine, I'm going to call you. Ashley and I are going to call you after this, just to go over a couple of things, Jasmine. Sarah, I got nobody. Listen, neither do I. I have a couple pictures in the background. That's about it. And believe it or not, that is not a picture of me you're looking at. This is a picture of my son, who, if you've seen him, that looks nothing like him, but it's okay. Charlene, I'm all by my lonesome. Yeah, sometimes it's better to be alone than in the crowd. I don't know about today, though. I could go for it for a buddy today. Maybe got some chips and dip. I don't know. All right, keep logging in because I've got a bunch of stuff to go over today, a bunch of COVID things coming down the pike that everyone should be excited about. Some things we're going to talk about with scheduling, changes to our residential program, things to look forward to, tons of things. Yeah, chips and dip. You know what I'm having for lunch today? I just had my banana, and after my banana, I will be having my sardines. I love sardines. I eat them on a daily basis if I can. So there won't be chips and dip, but there'll be bananas and sardines. And these are in oil, lightly smoked. So I want to give everybody ample time to log in so that, Sarah, it's good for your brain. It is excellent for your brain. No, nothing wrong with a little couple sardines. You know what? Crackers have a lot of sodium in it and sometimes gluten, and I don't want my hands to swell. But they're good for you. They're really good for you. Anyway, so everybody's logging in. While you're logging in, I'm going to go over a couple of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about those of you who are in residential scheduling, those of you who are in an outpatient clinic, some of the things you all have been working on. We're going to talk about we're going to do a quick poll with all of you. And so I'm reading the comments and trying to read my notes at the same time. A quick poll with those of you who are on about COVID-19 and the vaccine. A couple of really good facts, and I may even sing a song or two. All right, so we're going to get started. It's 2:03. What I'm going to ask you to do, and Christina's going to track this while we're on, if you did not receive the COVID vaccine, whether it be from LVAS or from your doctor, and you want the COVID vaccine, we're trying to get an idea of how many people still want the COVID vaccine who did not already get it. If that is you, I'm going to say this line a bunch of times throughout today. Either message back in the live chat box or send Jocelyn or Deb an email in HR. If you did not get the COVID vaccine, I don't mean your second vaccine from the first one that was administered. I'm saying if you have not received either dose and you still want it, please message in the chat box or email HR. And I want to say that a couple times before this all ends. I also I have said this on every live stream we have had, and several of our staff members keep calling HR. I'm just going to be very candid. They keep calling HR, making threats that they don't understand. And they are telling us that we received money from the government to pay everyone hazard pay. We were denied hazard pay. We applied for hazard pay. There's, to my knowledge, if I'm remembering correctly, Ashley, there was only one provider in the entire region that received hazard pay money. We did not, when we applied for it, the government did not give us the money to pay everybody hazard pay. The extra $3 everyone is getting is out of our budget. That is the money we had budgeted for clinical services to do the things we needed to do there. So if you could spread the word to your coworkers and your colleagues that we did not get approved for hazard pay. Only one provider, if I'm remembering correctly, in our region received hazard pay money. It was not us. So for those of you who keep calling HR demanding that we give you the money the government gave us for hazard pay, there is no money the government gave us for hazard pay. The money we've bonused you all throughout the summer and the extra $3 is out of the company's coffers. That's where it's from. The people who are calling saying these things are the very people who are never on live stream and have no clue what is going on. They have zero clue what is happening in the world of LVAS because they don't log on and find out. It is what it is. So if y'all could share that, that'd be really, really great. I'm gonna go back. If you have not received the COVID vaccine and you want it, please message in the chat box or email Jocelyn or Deb. And while we're talking about the COVID vaccine, I'm going to try to mix some facts in as we go, so that we just keep it interesting. And then I'm going to tell you what's about to happen in the world of residential, what the next round of COVID will look like for us here, and how that'll impact everyone else. Did you know it's Black History Month? Some like to call it Chocolate History Month, just saying. But anyway, so did you know, so one of the scientists who helped develop the vaccine for Moderna happened to be an African American. Her name is, they call her, now I don't know her like that, but apparently everyone else calls her Kizzy Corbett. Dr. Corbett actually helped to develop the vaccine. And in a quote by Dr. Fauci, he actually said, the vaccine was actually developed in my institute's vaccine research center by a team of scientists led by Dr. Barney Graham and his close colleague, Dr. Kizmikia Corbett, or Kizzy Corbett. So for those of you who didn't know, that one of the people who helped to develop the Moderna vaccine, Moderna, which one is it? Moderna with an N vaccine. She happens to be an African American female, which is great. The STEM things are good. So, good question, Thomas. On the 17th, and the times will be sent out. If you did not get if you got the first round of the Pfizer vaccine with us at LVAS, you will come back on the 17th for your second. It was, Sarah, I listen to NPR all the time. I love NPR. So there's a lot of hesitation in many minority, Hispanic, African-American communities about COVID-19 and the vaccine. We understand your hesitancy. We understand your fear. I just thought, because it's Black History Month, it would be great to share Dr. Corbett's story. She has a PhD. It will be nice to share her story, because very rarely do you hear about especially during the Trump presidency. We're not going to go there. Any African Americans that did much of anything. So, but I just wanted to share that because it's Black History Month. All right, let's keep going with some other COVID-19 things. Once again, if you want the vaccine and you did not get it, we need to know how many people are left out there so that we can make room for everyone. It's really important. All right, number 2, February 17th, everyone who received their first round of vaccinations with us, you will get your second round. Depending, and if you've already received your second round, whether it's the Pfizer or Moderna, the period in which we are hoping that you will be less likely to get the virus is somewhere between 5 and 10 days. What we're going to do by the end of February, it is my hope to begin lightening up a little bit on some of the restrictions that we have imposed in the company. If we saw that the majority of our staff were vaccinated, we would be able to lift more restrictions. But right now, about a quarter of our staff, actually more than a quarter, about half of our entire staff were vaccinated. It is hard to keep everyone safe when some people are not willing to meet us somewhere in the middle. Eventually, what will happen is the vaccine will become mandatory for anyone working in healthcare or human services. There's actually talk right now about the vaccine becoming mandatory for anyone who's considered a frontline employee, which means that could be you if you work at Amazon or if you work at giant supermarkets. That may be the case. So while there's a lot of hesitancy, especially in minority communities, I'd like you to remember Dr. Corbett and her contribution because it makes a difference. So if at LVAS, everyone is trending towards closer to that 100% vaccination mark, we will be able to lighten some of the restrictions. Until that really happens, we'll kind of stay a little bit in our bubble with hopes of opening up a little bit more at the end of March and April. So it depends on what you all do and your colleagues do. If you and your colleagues do not get vaccinated, there'll be a much, much softer opening. And that's just what it is. Way to go, Sarah. Sarah with the Netflix. So go on Netflix and look at Sarah. Is that the name? Oh, coronavirus explained. I don't know why I had to do that at every syllable, but it's on Netflix. Sarah just put it in the chat box. Go and look at it. Ashley has sent out things from the state medical director that has really good information in it as well. So that's the far-reaching COVID-19. Right now, we're still following the basics. Wash your hands, keep taking temperatures. It is important that you understand hygiene is really the key here. If you're used to urinating and not washing your hands, it must be killing you right now. But we appreciate you if you just keep washing your hands. Encourage our consumers to wash their hands. Wash your hands, wear your mask. I keep masks on my desk just in case. I like the way the black ones feel. They're a little stretchy. I don't know if my head is long or what, but the black ones just feel better to me. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Keep those around you safe. All right. We're going to move. I want to restate the comment I made earlier, my question. If you have not received the COVID-19 vaccine and you want it, say something in the chat box or email Jocelyn and Deb. Please share with your coworkers because it's not going to be you who are vaccinated that gets everyone sick. It's going to be, and I'm going to say it, the selfish people who are not getting vaccinated. It's going to be mandatory. It is a matter of time, guys. So we're trying to get a leg up. If you know nothing about LVAS, let me back up. Yes, I did call people who did not get vaccinated selfish. I did call them selfish because they're endangering everyone else's life. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. I have a child with medical issues and a disability. Your unwarranted fears are not going to save my child's life. I'll leave it like that. Okay. So we have a couple other things like housekeeping things we're going to take care of. I told you I would give you facts all along the way because it's Black History Month. Yes. I was told not to call them Negro spirituals because that's insensitive. They're now called African American spirituals. It's not funny, but it's now called African American spirituals to be politically correct. So I will no longer call them Negro spirituals. They will now be called African American spirituals. So I've got a good one for you, and then I'm going to explain it to you. Then I'm going to talk to you about scheduling. Because scheduling, many of you are very confused by what's happening at LVAS, and I'll be able to explain residentially why your schedules are the way that they are, and a couple of projects that are on the horizon for LVAS, things for you to look out for and things for you to attach yourself to. All right, here's a song that I'll go over scheduling with you. Here's how it goes, and then I'll explain the meaning of it. I can't sing as high as I used to, but I'm going to try. Where you at, Sarah? This has you written all over. It goes like this: swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home, a band of angels coming after me. They were coming forth to carry me home. There's two different meanings to that. So one of the meanings was that it was swing low, sweet chariot, meaning telling people from the north to come down to the south to help with the Underground Railroad, to help those who were still enslaved escape to freedom. The other meaning was that while you may be enslaved now, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And the song was meant, some say, to be a song of comfort. What I was taught growing up, I grew up in a predominantly African American church, and I grew up. I went to private school, and it was 100%. I think maybe one white person sprinkled here or there, but it was. I went to private school that was pretty much all African American teachers, African American students. And the way we were taught this song is that it was sung just like wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's going to trouble the water. That those songs were sung to help people escape to freedom. And I sing at home all the time so that my children, who happen to be mixed, my wife is white, I am clearly Black, that they remember and that life was not always and is still not easy for many people, um, and that it takes all of us to overcome prejudice. It takes all of us to overcome injustice. Just because I am Black and I am an executive at a company and I am a chief officer, that doesn't make life any less easy or impactful for me. We've had times in my car where my son freaks out. He's like, the cops are behind us, Dad. I'm like, I know they're behind us. Don't move. Those things still happen in everyday life. And I can make light of it in this moment. I'm not making light of it when those things happen. So that's a song to swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry me home. Okay. Let's talk about your schedules, because I know that's what you really want to hear about. You don't want to hear about my Black history facts, whether it's Dr. Corbett or Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Thank you, Sarah. I pat myself on the back. If a couple other people praise me, I just might be so inclined to sing another song. Just saying. So let's talk about schedules really quick. Some of you residentially are quite confused by what's going on. We have two consumers who monopolized a large portion of our staffing pool are no longer in the program. They're not in the program right now. That does not give you the opportunity to call out or to refuse shifts. Everyone will still be scheduled appropriately. What that means is this: if you choose not to go in, or you get to your assigned place and you say, I'm going home because there's another person here, we're going to suspend you for abandoning your shift. It does not work like that. Yes, I'll come back to that, Ms. Deb. That's why I was asking. Um, where you are scheduled, you are scheduled. We are not asking for necessarily your advice or consent to schedule you. You will be scheduled. The goal at LVAS is to get all of our employees to make a living wage. It is my belief that you should be able to work and not break your back and pay your bills. We have strived. This is why we're aiming to have $15 an hour. We've been working towards that goal for the last 3 years to get everyone's base rate to $15 an hour. That is why once the new year happened, we have really, we've done our best to keep that $15 an hour going for as long as possible. And it is my intention and it is Vicky's intention to keep that going. Thank you, Vicky. That's a good question. What is a living wage? A living wage is where you can work and afford to live. You can afford to pay your rent, pay your mortgage, pay your car note, have health insurance, have life insurance. Life insurance is one of the most unselfish gifts you can ever give because you will never benefit from it. You should be able to work and pay your bills without working 20 or 30 hours of overtime or working 2 jobs. The work you're doing at LVAS is meaningful, it is impactful, it is changing lives, and you should be compensated for that appropriately. We started out with our direct care staff making $8.50. We got all the way up to $12 from $12. We have incentivized that extra $3 because, truth be told, we don't know that we can afford to pay $15 an hour and then overtime on top of that. But the goal is for you not to have to work overtime to pay your bills. That's unhealthy. You should not go home and be miserable because you have worked a 70-hour work week. Now, let me preface all this. If you're working 70 hours because you want a pair of Jordans, I can't help you there. But what I can help you with is getting everybody to a place where we are all, you're compensated fairly and appropriately. Right now, Amazon, they're trying to take their rate from, they're currently at $15 an hour. And there's talk of them going up to 18 an hour. They go to 18 an hour. You already know I'm competitive. We're going to 18 an hour. So our intention is for everyone to be able to work, pay their bills without having to work overtime. That's the goal, guys. That is the goal. We need your help to make that happen. So right now, let me full circle. You are being scheduled where you are. The way we have designed our schedule, it's right now in 12-hour shifts. You should be working 3 shifts on, eventually is our goal. We're not there yet. So before you say, I'm not working that right now, we know it is a goal, people. It's a goal. To work 3 shifts on, 3 off, 4 shifts on, 4 off. So what happens in theoretically is every 2.5 months, you're going to get 7 days off when those 2 ends butt up against each other. We don't want you to come to work burned out. We want you to be as fresh as possible when you arrive to work. And it's important that, honestly, we weed out people who don't belong here either. So you will find in the coming weeks, I'm cracking down on lateness. If you're late, you're meeting with me now. If you're no call, no show, you're meeting with me now. I have skipped the supervisors. And if the supervisors who are on, I will be part of all of your write-ups from now on for the next 2 to 3 weeks. There will be no lateness. There will be no call-outs. There will be no, I'm not working at that house. That's called abandonment. And in order for us to get everybody to a livable wage, we have to work together. We have to work together, guys. Okay. I have said a lot. I'm going to go back and let me address a whole bunch of things, and then I will open up for questions from there. So Ms. Deb is absolutely right. We're asking how many people still want the vaccine, so we know if we need to try to, we were talking about doing a drive-through clinic, if there's enough interest to actually do the drive-through clinic. That's why we need to know for sure. Is it one person or is it 20 people? Is it 20 people or is it 50 people? We need to know so that we can plan accordingly. Um, so if you want the vaccine, or if you have a colleague or coworker who want it, please say something. Say something in the chat box or email or call Deb or Jocelyn. Your health actually matters to us. You matter to us. And while we're talking about you mattering, I'll get to that on the back end. All right, ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. Are there any questions about the vaccine? Are there any questions about scheduling? Are there any questions about what a living wage is? Do you have any Black history questions for me? I was a history major in school. I could talk about facts all day long. Naomi says she wants it. Good for you. You and Jackie can hold each other's hand. You are absolutely right, Rima. I am petrified of needles. I think I was the second to last person to get the shot. One, I didn't want to be embarrassed in case a tear fell from my eye out of anxiety. I was one of the last people to have my vaccine shot. And God's, I lift. I try to lift every day. Look at them guns. Look at that. Look at that. I try to lift every day, and I could still lift, and my arms weren't too sore. So it's pretty good. John will explain the pay increase again. Employees are calling, stating that you told them that the government has given us money to increase. The government has not given us money to increase your pay. I don't know where that's coming from. That is not what I have ever said. The money you are getting right now, and I have said this for the last 8 months, the $3 you are getting extra right now, that is from Lehigh Valley Adult Services. I wish the government gave us money to increase your pay. They did not. Lehigh Valley Adult Services bonused you 3 times during the summer. Vicki and I sat down. We cut a ton of things out of the budget for this 2021 year. There were buildings that needed to be renovated. We have a building that needed renovations. We have a building that needs a brand new roof. I have pushed all of that back so that we could afford to pay you the $3 extra an hour. That's where it comes from. There's no $3 an hour, then another $3 an hour. Guys, the money's not there. It's not there. And we're still trying to maintain the $3 an hour without our 2 highest grossing people in the program. We're doing the best that we can. So, Ms. Depp, there isn't an increase and then another increase. And if you hear somebody say that, please set them straight. Set them straight, because I'm pretty sure Charlene Simeone has asked for equipment that I have denied. Michael Judkins has asked for money for, it was some certification, something that I've had to deny. I have limited the amount of art supplies that shares can buy, because all that money is going towards that living wage that we're trying to get you to. I hope that was clear. How do I make an appointment for the vaccine? Right now, Rich, what I want you to do is email Deb or Jocelyn. I think if we have enough interest, we can schedule the clinic. So we're working on it, Rich. So touch base with them, and we're going to get there. Vicky says she didn't even get a Band-Aid. Oh, we should do some Black History Month virtual live sessions. That's a really good idea. Really, 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 really good idea. I was gonna say something so inappropriate. I won't say it. Could someone on the clinical team, can we work together and get that? We did do, Corey, we did do Black History Month. Black History Month is a whole month, Charlene Simeone. It's not just one day. Although it is also Heart Month. So what we want you to do is remember that this is also Heart Month. And for those of you who have a loved one who've had heart attacks or have had heart disease, I have a daughter who has a congenital heart defect. She's had multiple open heart surgeries. She has a pacemaker in her lower abdomen. So it is also Heart Month. So if you're Black and you have a heart disease, it's a double month for you. I see what you're saying, Naomi. You were against it until you did the research. I was thinking, everyone working with us, I agree. Listen, Vicky, I'm 100% with you. If you think the government gave us money, I will give you every state senator. I'll give you I will give you the phone numbers. Call them and tell them to give us money. I am A-okay with it. I am telling you to call and say, my company does good work. We should be getting hazard pay. We applied and were denied, guys. Thank you, Vicky. They can call. It's all month. I get pulled over all month long. Why can't Black History Month be all month long? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna stop before Vicky get mad at me and say, you're talking too much about personal stuff. Please write your state reps comment. Please do. Matter of fact, Ashley, I think we have a template from PAR or Anchor where they were telling us before to do that. Yep. All driver's licenses are due by Friday 2/12. If you don't have a driver's license and you've been lying to us, we're going to find out one way or the other. Just let us know. All right, come on, ask me some more questions. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Ashley, can you email a link? Yes, please. Do not talk too much. I'm trying, Victoria. I was trying to give everybody a chance to write their questions. Please, 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 please. See, Naomi, when you run, that's how you end up with your teeth on the curb. Don't do that. You don't run. Hands on the steering wheel. Don't do that. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. Are there any questions about the COVID-19 vaccine? Are there any questions about the statements about scheduling and about our expectations? Everyone in the entire company will be cross-trained in where they're going and what they will be doing. Will we get all of our money back if the government gives us? No, we will not get anything that we have paid out that could be closely related to hazard pay. We will not get back. The money that the government gave to companies for hazard pay was a part of that original stimulus package. Jalen, go ahead and type your question in. We're all ears. That was a part of the original stimulus package, which we were denied. We were denied that money. And if I'm correct, only one company got that money locally in the region that I'm aware of. And if I'm remembering correctly, they only got about $150,000, which you all think that that's a lot of money. Your extra $3 an hour costs us $12,000 every 2 weeks. So that's between $12,000 and $15,000 every 2 weeks, depending on how many hours and who and employment and so we're spending an extra $24,000 to $30,000 a month on money. That is why I'm complaining about money. When I'm asking, why are there no, listen, you're using too many paper towels. I know we're in COVID-19. Don't just fling your dirty urine water on me. Use a paper towel, but we watch every dime so that we can do that. Sarah, does anyone know about the parking situation at EV's house? Can I park on the street in front, or is the back alley where passable? Thank you for putting the year in, Sarah, for your 2002 tours. The street should be plowed and the driveway should be, Sarah, just pull into the driveway for now. We know we don't normally park in the front of the house, but I think I'm not trying to push your car out of the mud and snow. So let's just park in the front, Sarah. Does anyone know about, so if staff don't like the new locations, who should we send them to? Or if they don't want to be moved? They don't have to work, Naomi. If they don't want to go, they don't have to go. It's just a no call, no show. Sorry, that has nothing to do with the topic. No worry. But it doesn't pertain to scheduling or COVID. But what steps do I need to do if I want to refer a person to the company as a client? Oh, Jalen, email Ashley. Yep. Ashley will take care of handles referrals because I'm slow on the draw, Jalen. I can't keep up with my emails. Thank you for making everyone aware. Bidets 2021. You know what? I would love a bidet, especially if the water was warm. I'm all right with bidets. Yes, good thinking, Charlene S. Bidets. Although you still need to wash your hands. Please wash your hands still. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, we got a little stuck last snowstorm. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't, Sarah, if with the situation like that, we understand. We don't park in front of Evie's house because historically there have been behaviors associated with parking in front of the house. We have had no episodes of elopement. I don't know. I think we've had one episode of naked elopement there, because we have changed where everyone parks. Thomas, that was such a well-worded question. Very well worded. Yes, Thomas. For those of you who have bigger aspirations, we'll be willing to offer a more balanced schedule if someone wanted to work elsewhere and also generate more income. If by elsewhere you mean a second job, or by elsewhere do you mean somewhere else within LVAS? Okay. So Vicky, I think we're asking the same question. So yes, if you're looking to work somewhere else or pick up hours, that is helpful to us. Um, that's helpful to us. And let me tell you what's about to happen in the world of LVAS. I just told Ashley today we will be pursuing another license. It's called life sharing. Think of the easiest way to explain it is foster care, but for adults. That's where I was going. Thank you, Ashley. Um, it's the easiest way to explain it is like foster care before adults. So it will be someone like BM or JB or TB, and they become integrated into your family. You literally share your life with them. They share you share your life with them. They share their life with you. They become integrated into your family, and those who do that, you're compensated for it. And you're in some cases compensated well for it, and you can still work your full-time job. So if you want information on life sharing, Shantae, stop clapping. Put your hands in your pockets. Um, if you want information on life sharing, say something to us. One of the things that Vic is working on is starting a children's daycare. I'm hoping that we will be up and running with that in the next 8 or 9 months is my hope. We'll see how that goes. We're also, those of you who don't know, we have a nonprofit organization that I am hoping that will blossom and develop into its own world too. We've had a nonprofit for some time. We just weren't sure how to wield it, and we're finally at that place. So there's room at the table for everyone. Outpatient clinic is going to be expanding into VA housing and into VA programs. There is a ton of room at the table for everyone. Yes, childcare, we know. So Vicky and I, we've had an appointment to go look at the building we're trying to acquire, and the snow threw a wrench in it. And now it's going to snow the rest of this week. It's going to snow next week. So yes, we're working on childcare, working on that too, and VA programs and a bunch of other things. I have said a lot, and we've been on here for 38 minutes. I'm done talking unless there's any more questions. What I need you to do is encourage people who ask. Gondon, you said this to me the other day. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. People ask us questions that we answer on here. Open and honest discussion. If you're working with someone who's asking questions that we address on here, tell them to log on. Laziness is not an option. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's no reason why. Normally we're on 20 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. This is the longest session we've had in a while. Everybody has a smartphone right now. And matter of fact, we may be moving to a system where that's how your schedule is managed. So you're going to have to do this anyway. Encourage people to log on, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. Happy Black History Month. I don't know if I can do this, but maybe we just christen everybody this month and make them a part of the minority, whichever minority that is, whether it's a woman, a Hispanic person, a Latino or Latina or an African American, uh, join someone this week. Learn about a different culture. Learn how to cook a different type of food. Learn how to learn what an African American spiritual is. Take some time this month to really learn, dig deep and learn. Be that example for your kids. We have talked about it. We have talked about opening other locations. We've even talked about expanding into New Jersey. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not sure who asked that question, but I am tired. I cannot, I can't do, I'm tired. So if you want us to grow and expand, come on over and do a little bit more. How do you know what shifts are available? So that's a great question. When the schedule comes out, if there's a hole there, it's available. Oh, it's Jackie. Yes, Jackie. We have talked about expanding down into like Bucks County area. We talked about expanding up into Stroudsburg. We thank you, Vicky. I was trying to say it nicely. We do not plan on opening any. LVAS corporate is staying right where it is. If anything, there might be another clinic somewhere else, but we're not opening up any more residential homes. We're not. No, we're not. No more day centers. This is it. You check your email, Ms. Rogers. Check your email, and it'll be the schedule comes out in your email. If that is all, I counted to like 5 in my head, which tells me there are no other questions. I'm not sure who that was either, so that's why I believe she must be a new hire. I'm assuming a relatively new hire because I do not recognize the name either. Tequila. All right. Have a good evening. We love you. Be safe. Um, be safe. Celebrate Black History all month long. All right. Bye, guys. We love you. Close your